We never got a chance to talk about it yesterday, but on Tuesday, the province of Newfoundland and Labrador, well, through our energy company Nalcor and the good folks at Emera in Nova Scotia, finally turned that term sheet into a legal contract. It was done. Surprisingly or not surprisingly. But unlike when the term sheet was announced, and it was done with such a tremendous level of fanfare, the signing of the contract yesterday, or the day before, was pretty low-key, don't you think? It was pretty low-key. They didn't all get together in one location to do it. They held separate news conferences, one in Nova Scotia, one in Newfoundland. There wasn't a big, gigantic party anywhere. Nobody stood on a stage with their hands raised in the air yelling, "We did it, we did it." Not like what happened when they originally announced Muskrat Falls in 2010. I wonder why that was. What happened to all of the fanfare? What happened to the blitz and the glitz? They've signed the deal now, and it's a big one. It's a big one. It runs apparently about 1,500 pages. So it's really detailed. Every eventuality perhaps covered off. And yet we still have people who are saying Muskrat Falls is not a good deal. The Liberals now have an American energy expert. They've brought in to talk about this a fellow by the name of Gordon Weil. Gordon Weil is a former energy director for the state of Maine, one of the New England states that we would hope to sell power to. And according to Mr. Weil, he says that Muskrat is a respectable idea, but he said if you're going to build it believing you're going to export power and sell it into the American market, into the New England states and elsewhere, well, you got another thing coming. That is just not on, according to Mr. Weil. So one of the challenges with Muskrat, obviously, is that we're going to have excess power, and we do want to sell that excess power. Mr. Weil suggested maybe what is really needed here is some kind of interprovincial connection, some kind of sharing of the generation and transmission of energy from Muskrat Falls through the Atlantic provinces. And he says that's an idea that could help promote a more efficient system for energy distribution in Atlantic Canada. I guess that speaks to the need for a national energy policy that includes the rights of provinces to wield power and energy across provincial borders. And while we're supposed to have that, in reality we don't. At least not yet. What did you think of the deal? Are you comfortable with it? Are you satisfied with where they've gone now? If there's any doubt in anybody's mind that Muskrat is going to go ahead, despite the fact they're going to have a major debate on it this coming fall, a debate that I have labeled as a waste of everybody's time and energy, but I'm taking it back. I'm taking it back. I think it is a waste of time from the perspective of the debate is going to be the mechanism used to make the final decision. No, it's not. If that's the intent, then yes, this is a waste of time. But I'm taking back my original opinion on that because I think maybe the debate will educate. And that may be an important piece of the pie for all of us here in Newfoundland and Labrador. Now, it may end up making everybody more confused than they are already. But I can't help but think that maybe the debate will have its positives. What do you think? Question of the day, are you pleased that the province has formally made legal a term sheet with Emera in Nova Scotia to develop Muskrat Falls? Why or why not? Are you pleased the province has formally made legal a term sheet with Nova Scotia to develop Muskrat Falls? Why or why not? I can't say that I'm pleased. I'm not unpleased. I'm not upset. I'm not disappointed. I'm not angry. I'm not surprised. I'm surprised with the lack of fanfare around it, but I'm not particularly surprised that the province, through Nalcor, has signed these documents, signed these agreements. I think that was expected. Maybe I'm surprised, I could say that, at how soon it got done in the end, after the Premier less than, 2 weeks ago said she didn't know how long it was going to take. Hopefully it would be done by November. I think that was the comment. Now it is done. So what do you think? Are you satisfied with it?